What's up, my little dumplets? How's it going? I'm very excited today, this day, Thursday, November 17th, 2022. This is your voicemail dump truck. Not the last dump before Thanksgiving, but the second to last dump. Clear all that room. You got to clear it all out for the last dump. How's it going? My name's Jeff Bakalar. I'm joined by a crew today. Mr. Dan Reichert, how are you?
I've never been better. How are you?
Wonderful. Wonderful to hear. Jess O'Brien, how are you?
I was better before I visualized all the things you were saying.
Okay, that's rule one. Don't visualize anything I say on this program. Jan Ochoa is driving the dump truck, unseen by video viewers today, but someone who is being seen in a very big way. Mr. Evil Uno has joined the program today. What's up, Uno?
Hello, how you doing? I'm doing awful. I want to be different from everyone else on this show. So, terrible day. A terrible day.
What can we do for you?
Actually, nothing. I'm the most joyful person I know. I'm fine. Everything's okay.
That's great.
I lied. I'm sorry, friends.
I was going to say, finally, a breath of fresh air where someone is just not okay, not fine and dandy.
We need some cynicism on this site.
Yeah, every now and then.
This is a call-in show, ladies and gentlemen. If you have not already been aware, 707 exit flu is our telephone number. You call it up, you leave a voicemail. You got like an 8 to 15% chance of making it on the program. Please keep those voicemails under 60 seconds or so. Make sure our producers have time to live the rest of their lives. Okay? We need that from you. Anything anyone wants to talk about before we get dumping. There's a few things on my mind, but I will leave it to the forum here. This is the part of the show where we kind of like air out any grievances. Dan just found out that like cough drops are actually calories. Anything else?
Well, there's more to it, but there are calories involved. But yeah, they're not just calories. They're not like calorie bites. Yeah.
Everything's a calorie bite when it comes down to it, right?
If I ate my couch, would that have calories?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. Yeah.
If
really?
Your body, if
Does
your
calories
body,
just matter?
Calories is the energy it takes to digest food, basically.
Yeah. If you have to break it down, it has calories.
It's a unit of energy.
Okay, so even if it's not an edible thing, your body's still trying the same methods?
I guess.
Your body isn't oh, this is grass. Like, not,
if you can swallow it, there's some form of it that is at least
your body's
edible.
gonna try.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Were you under the impression that like at some point in your throat is like a Veruca Salt, like bad egg, good egg thing where like your
I think bodies will reject things that you're not like. If I had like, what's the crazy
you throw it up
a Tascalaskal, the stuff that you drink to throw stuff up or whatever it's called. You know what I'm talking about. What's it called? If your dog like eats something and you need to like make them throw up or something. What is it? Ipecac, that's it. Yes. So like that's the thing. Your body understands like, whoa, this ain't food, and it'll make you like throw stuff up. Like if I shoved this mouse in my throat, I'm sure my body would like convulse and like, see what I mean? It wouldn't just be like, this is food. Yes, let's go through the process.
There's only one way to find out. Give it a go.
I'm not going to eat my mouse.
If you swallowed a marble, your body would still try to break it down.
Yeah. You wouldn't throw it up
just
right
fail,
away.
right?
Something else would take over. You would choke and die. But
yeah, hopefully you passed it.
I don't know.
You gotta get
poop it out full, right? Why does corn come out full? What's the deal with corn? Well, like the joke is always like, oh, corn and poop like is the visible thing. Well, I don't eat corn, so like I know I haven't seen this. I've just heard this, but like, does stomach acid not interact well with corn cob pieces?
The outside layer of corn is an indigestible matter.
So why are people eating it all the time?
Because the inside is digestible.
And
delicious.
delicious.
It's also easy to reproduce. It's an easy reproducible source of food as well.
And it's kind of the only thing we're good at growing.
It's got calories inside it, and that keeps people alive.
Is it actually healthy, or is it one of those things like milk that we grew up hearing? It's the healthiest thing, and then you grow up and it's like, this is really bad for you.
I mean, corn syrup definitely isn't good.
Yeah, the things we've made from corn are very bad.
Yeah, I'd say most things made of corn are terrible for you.
Yeah.
Is corn worse than candy?
No.
Well, corn syrup is, derived, but
how much of each are you ingesting?
Like 5 stalks of corn or 3 Hershey bars.
Do you know what a stalk is? Wait a minute.
I'm from Kansas. I'm from Kansas. You think I haven't seen corn?
Do you mean a cob?
I got a family full of farmers.
Do you mean a cob, my man?
What is a cob and a stalk is different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
all Dan did growing up was touch corn. That's it.
That's right.
Not enough because he doesn't know.
No,
what
I
the
saw
fuck
it from the window of a
is.
car. I never actually.
How will you ever know where you are, by the way?
People tell me. I just ask questions.
You're like, are we there yet? I don't know. Corn out the window. I guess we're at this part of the cornfield.
No, here's how dumb I am with that shit. So when I was 16
go on.
in 2000, I turned 16 and my mom said, for your birthday, I'm going to take you and your friend Charlie to Worlds of Fun, which is the big, it was like 40 minutes away from home. It's like the Six Flags of Kansas City, basically. 2 hours into the trip, which was supposed to be 40 minutes, she's looking at me and she's like, Dan, are you wondering what's going on? I was like, no, I'm just excited to go to ride some roller coasters. And she's like, okay. And we got like halfway through Missouri.
That wasn't a hint.
Well, right. We got halfway through Missouri and she's like, okay, I thought you would have asked by now, but I got you ringside tickets for Monday Night Raw in St. Louis. Oh, wow. And so that's the thing. But I didn't, she thought I would start asking questions and then she would like reveal it. But like I would have got all the way to St. Louis and not known.
Yeah, your mom's just like, I should have known better. I should have known who I was trying to surprise.
And I almost died as soon as we got to the hotel because I was so excited. It was like the height of wrestling obsession, height of the Attitude Era. There were 2 beds in the hotel, and it was pretty high up. And I was so excited and hyper, I tried to do a swanton bomb from one bed to the other, but the momentum bounced me off the bed, and it was a big glass. Instead of a wall, it was like a big glass window, and I slammed against the glass, and if it had broken, I would have plunged to my death because I swanton bombed a bed because I was so excited.
I hate to laugh.
That's the best way you could have gone out.
It really is.
So on brand.
I'm sure it looked beautiful, though. It was a textbook.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
bless your mom. What a nice
treat for you. She's great at surprises,
that you almost died at.
The reason those hotel windows are thick, you know?
Oh, yeah.
There's a reason.
There's a reason they don't let you open them anymore.
Yeah.
Exactly. Too many Dan's out there.
They've got like a Ghostbusters cross sign through like somebody doing a swanton. It's like a picture of Jeff Hardy. And it's just like, don't do this.
No smoking, no front flips.
True,
multicolored hair swanton. Yeah.
Even knowing Dan is a liability. Let's pivot impossibly into the voicemails today.
Sure.
We're going to let our special guest have the honors. Mr. Uno, please, from our lovely list of voicemails, have a first crack at it.
I don't know why this one makes me laugh, but can we go, what do I yell?
Sure.
I'm very curious.
Hey, Bomb Crew. This is Miguel. Jeff Bacalar. I just recently moved to New York. I want to watch my first hockey game. But what do I do? How drunk do I get? What do I yell? What teams do I hate? Let me know. Bye.
Like those turn signals on during this voice.
Yeah, right.
Good for him. Not enough people use those.
I agree. The Car Safety Podcast is coming, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Where did he say he was? What city?
New York.
Where is he? He's in New York?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, if he's in New York, I hate to say it, but I got to play it straight. Like, you probably hate the Devils. You don't like them. You don't like Pittsburgh. You don't like the Islanders.
Boston.
What should you yell? Shoot. You know, like when everyone really gets on players sometimes to shoot the puck. If there's an advantageous situation, you have to yell at all the referees. You have to have at least 4 beers before the second intermission.
Yeah.
If you're not having that many beers, they cut you off after the second intermission. Little tip there. No beer served during the third period.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Yep,
a
they want to
secret
clean up
that's
and go
worth
home.
knowing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Were you aware that Jericho's dad was an NHL player for, was it the Islanders or the Rangers?
Yeah,
or
Ted
something?
Irvine. Yeah.
Ted Irvine, yeah.
That makes sense. I feel like there's a lot more hockey wrestling crossover than
an incredible amount.
Right?
Incredible amount.
Yeah, there's a ton of that that Dan refuses to acknowledge, Uno.
I
so
have
I'm
no
glad you're
ill
here.
will towards hockey. I like hockey. I had a good time at that show with you. They call it shows.
I mean,
They probably
yeah.
call it
I think
matches.
30% of TV wrestlers are from Canada, and so all of them have a pretty strong affiliation to hockey at the very least. Anyone in the North, well, most people in the Northeast, not everyone. But
Are the
most people in the
Hitmen-
Northeast.
Are the Hitmen an NHL team?
No.
Yes, Calgary, I believe. Or not
No, is
NHL,
that like a
no, sorry.
minor
AHL.
league?
OHL?
Oh, okay.
OHL, yes.
Wait,
And that
There's
is
a-
named after Brett, right?
There's a team called Hitmen.
The
It is
Hitman,
Brett the
yeah.
Hitman
He
Hart.
owned-
It was like, yeah.
He owned the team, yeah. I don't know if
The
they're
team
still
is
active, to
called
be
the
honest.
Hitmen. That seems like something they would be like, you're not allowed to call your team the murderers or something.
No, Hitman's cool.
I mean, it's cool, but I thought there'd be some sort of regulation. Like,
there's only so many things that Calgary can invest their time and money into. Yes. Bret Hart is still the top grossing person from Calgary. So I don't know what else they would call it.
I'm trying to wait. So there's a Calgary Hitmen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're the CHL, I believe.
So the Canadian Hockey League. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
If I were at a hockey game, I would just shout hockey, hockey.
I mean, that works. I
don't know what to shout.
That works.
Sounds like wrestling.
I'll start something. Everyone will start doing it.
Jeff, are you going to be chanting at Prudential this weekend?
I mean, I will if I feel motivated. If I feel like we will be where the Devils play, so there's a bit of like, some of that rubs off a little bit.
You should yell out "shoot" the entire show.
Right, because it's a shoot.
It'll have a different connotation over there.
Exactly.
Yeah, you should definitely do it
over there. Hell yeah, I love it. I hope that helps, caller. Thank you for the call. Happy to help you out in all your hockey game attendance recommendations and advice. But yeah, you'll enjoy yourself. Don't yell at other people. Just yell in the direction of the ice, and you'll be just fine.
Yes, because the hockey players are not people.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they can't hear you.
Right.
Don't worry, they can't hear you.
Like Tupac holograms.
Exactly. Dan, you are up, sir. Take it away.
Let's go with Scrub Myself Down Good.
Hey, Giant Bomb, it's Corey in Cleveland. I just got off my shift at the ER at the hospital I work at. My patient has bed bugs, so I'm going to go home and scrub myself down real good. Question, though, like, when I get to my lower body, I just bar a soap it.
Yeah.
You guys use a loofah and stuff in between your toes and wash rags and stuff? I always, even if I have one for my upper body, it's straight bars on my lowers. Y'all have a good night.
I swear we've done this before.
Probably, and I have strong feelings about it because I don't think loofahs actually work. I think people just think they're fun. I have always just been a straight up bar of soap.
Why would they not work? What do you mean?
Because here's the thing. I've tried because people have told me it's better exfoliating or something. And like I rub the bar of soap on the loofah and I feel like I can get like 6 inches of bubbly coverage before I'm just scraping my skin. Whereas if you have the bar of soap, you have the direct application thing and you can just do your whole body with that.
Leave it to Dan to use a loofah incorrectly somehow.
How are you supposed to use it?
Better than that. Put more soap on it.
It's a bar. It's like, in what world is it easier to go from? But why would that be better than just applying the soap directly to your skin?
Scraping the skin is also like good because it's getting rid of loose skin, dirt.
That is what the loofah does.
Yeah.
I think
it's supposed to remove dead skin.
That's it working.
Yeah.
The scraping.
I think, but I also do think the loofah is frowned upon because of its ability to cultivate mold.
Yes. Ugh. Well, I don't use loofah stuff on any, like if I'm sharing a loofah with somebody, which you shouldn't. You should have your own loofah. But significant others you might share a loofah with, whatever. There's just an unspoken rule: don't use it on your junk. Or
no communal loofahs. No.
Yeah. This loofah is one use, one person to each loofah, please.
So we're talking lower region is a no-no with a loofah? I was unaware of this until now.
If you're sharing, I think.
If you're sharing, I mean, you don't share it to begin with. That should probably be that should be the first rule.
Back in my loofah days, I used it everywhere. Yeah, except that one spot that you just don't use.
No,
really,
don't want to keep.
Oh yes.
Germs.
Yeah, that's you never wash that, of course.
Yes, those particles never go away.
There's no cleaning that. I think a bar soap to me is just very it feels like inefficient.
It's directly putting the soap on your body. There's no middleman.
I'm not saying soap doesn't work. Of course it works. I'm just saying like the surface area you cover with the bar of soap is too small. I use like a body wash. So it's just like
goop
spreads. It spreads a lot easier. That's my thing. I understand, it's tough. I think
you have to keep reapplying though. You have to keep grabbing it and squeezing it and opening it and stuff.
It also seems so much more expensive to do.
The bar is
the liquid stuff.
Yeah, it's probably not the cheaper alternative for sure.
Well, the cheapest is probably a loofah.
Yeah, you get loofah.
You need less soap for sure.
Suds, yeah.
No, the cheapest would be just the bar of soap.
No, it's not.
Because you have to have the bar soap and put it on the loofah, so you have to purchase the loofah.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
but
you
in
wouldn't
the long-
reapply the soap
$3.
constantly the same way you would on your body.
Yeah.
You know.
I'll try it again. It just
Try it
seems-
again. Try
something
taking a
weird
shower
about it.
again. See what happens.
We
I'll
did it,
try
everybody.
I'll be right back. Hang on.
I just want to chop down any things that are being said in chat right now. That does not make me an Axe body wash guy. Okay, so
Oh, you
stop
were
that.
though. I could totally see you being an axe
No
guy.
fucking way.
You
Get
were an
out of
axe
here.
guy.
that picture of you in grammar school, high school for Eternal Darkness.
Yeah,
That's an axe boy.
Axe didn't exist back
I
then.
can smell
Yes,
that
it
boy.
did. Yes, it did.
No, it didn't.
Oh, well,
You
that was
guys
like the
don't know
early
your
70s
soap
for you. I
history.
forgot. It was okay. Yeah.
You don't know your soap history. Get on my level, okay?
Soap history.
History.
Yes. Now I'm not in denial. Okay, I'm not in denial either. That's not what that means, chat. Okay. Fuck. Thank
They
you,
coming for
caller.
ya.
If anybody wants to Photoshop old Axe body spray ads using pictures of Jeff Ackler, we can't stop you legally.
I embrace that. I encourage that. Like that to me, that seems funny. So have at it. Jess,
You
it
become
is your turn.
unofficial
for a voice.
mascot.
Yeah,
exactly.
Are they still
I would
around?
love
Is
that.
Axe around? Have they like
Who
rebranded?
knows?
Or are they trying to be fancy
No,
now?
they're still around.
They're still there,
Really?
but they don't have the ads anymore. At least not as
Okay.
far as I know.
I hate to
Yeah.
admit that I kind of like the smell of like Axe products, but just
Really?
a little fucking bit. Like the amount that people put on, anything's gonna smell like fucking shit when you marinate yourself in it, right? Like
I feel like I burn my brain cells when I smell it.
Somebody in the
Yeah.
chat brought up bod. I remember those commercials. I want your bod.
I
You remember those?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are
Axe bod-
terrible.
Axe smelled like new sneakers. Like
Ooh.
they somehow turned that into a fucking scent of soap. Like the smell you get when you open a can of tennis balls. They're like, this is
Oh.
this
It's
is
like a
Yeah.
car
Propaganda.
air freshener on your body.
yeah. That's
The
exactly
chat
it.
Propaganda Panda says Axe has existed since 1983. No excuses,
Nah,
boys.
There's no way to know that.
Now, before we go to the next one, are you allowed to put Axe on lower region? That's if we're gonna decipher the
encourage it.
loofah.
I feel like they
Really?
encourage it, right?
I feel
Is that
like
implied?
if you're a stinky boy, you're going to regardless. So
I guess that's true. Yeah.
should you, could you, might one, all in the same. I don't know.
I had a roommate in college who, before going out, would spray cologne all over himself and like would literally like open up his pants and spray one down there.
God.
And like
Classy.
first off, it was really cool. Okay, just to get that out there, that was very cool what he was doing. Also, I was like, "What is that? Like, how's that help? How's that help at all? Right?
I kind of feel like as long as you are just showering on a regular basis and you're taking care of your business down there while you're showering, you don't need to add elements to it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Have you hung out with any like pubescent boys? Like
Not
ever
lately. When I was a pubescent
like,
boy.
I mean, in
they
college, you're an
stinky.
adult.
The
no?
thing is that like when you're in adolescence, you're drastic, you're changing in many ways, wonderful, beautiful ways. But one of them is that you get fucking stinkier. Like children don't need to bathe fucking half as much as like adolescents and adults need to bathe. So you're going through this transition period where you're going from like, I could take a bath once a damn week. It doesn't matter. I'm a little child and I don't sweat or stink. And then all of a sudden you're the nastiest creature ever. And I think it's a huge adjustment period to figure out like, am I supposed to smell this bad or am I supposed to take more fucking showers? Ugh.
I don't
The
think I
answer
went
is
through
yes.
that. I still don't sweat, and I don't think I stink.
You don't
I don't-
sweat?
Not really. Like unless I'm like strenuous. Like if I went and ran a half marathon right now, I'd be sweaty.
As someone who drew on your sweaty fucking head last
It was
month.
hot in there. Yeah.
You
We
sweat,
were under
my
lights.
man.
Okay. I am capable of sweating. I'm just
What
saying
lights?
normally.
Those are normal hotel lights and like one little guy in the corner. What lights?
Dan,
But there are some people where it's like, Brock Lesnar can walk half a block and look like he just got out of a pool. I will be outside on a hot day for hours and not really have visible
you
sweat.
might
You
not
know?
perspire profusely in the
I
way
doubt that.
some others do, but Dan, I hate to tell you, you sweat.
I am
Of course
capable
you
of it.
do.
I am capable of
Yeah.
it, but it's just like way less than everyone else I know.
Okay. All right.
And I don't think I stink.
No, you're not a smelly guy.
I can
would-
confirm
no.
you don't stink.
I would
Thank
tell
you.
if you were
You're very
smelly.
neutral.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
You're-
My
from the ages of like 2 to 4, I want to say. Like a kid could get away with not showering for days.
Aren't they just shitting their pants and stuff all the time though?
I mean, you shouldn't be at that age.
Potty trained.
Oh,
if you're potty trained,
is a 4-year-old potty trained?
Sure, most a lot are. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you imagine how people smelled in the 1500s?
I think about that all the time. All the time I think about this.
It must have been awful.
Pre-Axe.
I think about their breath.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Teeth problems and stuff. Man, I always think about the teeth stuff. Like,
all they had was like reeds to like get shit out of their teeth. It wasn't like a thing. But also they didn't have access to like all the sugar we eat now. But
they all died when they were like 28. So yeah.
Well, probably for good reasons.
Yeah.
Too stinky to live. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
I bet it's like, it's got to be though. Like you hear about guys that work at like the sewer factories. No, that's not what it's called. Sanitary. Like, whatever the fuck it's called. Like where the poop is. Wait, you know what I mean? Like the places where the poop is, like in the sewers. You know, is that just the sewers? I guess. But you know what I mean? Like people that work in like sanitation farms. They
water treatment plant.
Sure. Yes. So they will. They don't go every day and clock in and go, oh, it smells like shit. They just get used to it, you know? Or if they go to someone's apartment and they're so smelly, or they're a smoker or something, and they don't notice how bad it smells. So I wonder if everyone in old timey times was just like, it's
you go nose deaf. You go nose deaf. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's probably more baffling when someone didn't smell of ass.
Yeah. And if somebody did smell, it must have been terrible.
Like if they didn't smell like ass, they probably thought they were a witch or something.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, they got killed. Yeah.
All right. I'm glad we settled all that.
All right. Good discussion.
Sometimes it takes a minute to get it through, and then we come out the other side better people as a whole, right? But Jess, please pick a voicemail.
The opposite of what we've been talking about, Kirby Cafe.
Oh, that is the opposite.
Hey, Dumpers. Calling from Bel Air, Maryland. Calling. You guys brought up the Kirby Cafe in your most recent episode, and I just wanted to double down on, that's a good idea. If you go to Japan, check that place out. I was in Japan.
So bad.
Fortunately, I was too much of a dumb, stupid idiot to appreciate Kirby, but here's the best thing about the Kirby Cafe. If, unfortunately, you go to the Kirby Cafe alone, that's fine. They'll seat you down at a table, and they'll seat you down with a Waddle Dee. Because everyone needs a friend. Love you guys.
Aww.
Yeah. I mean, sit you down with a Waddle Dee.
Yeah, because they have 2 seaters and a table. So if there's one seat empty, they'll put a big Waddle Dee across from you, so that you have
just
have
a plush.
Yeah.
Like seat filler Waddle Dees?
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
that's cool.
They should do that in arenas.
I have done my research on this. I have been obsessed and wanting to see the Kirby Cafe for literally fucking years. Didn't get to go in 2020 because of illness reasons, pandemic reasons, and I was devastated. And I'm glad that there's like, they're not just like pop-ups now. They have ones that are just like, this is the Kirby Cafe. It's open all the time. You're not gonna miss it.
Oh, there's more than one.
Yeah, like there's one in like Osaka. There's one in Tokyo, and it's like, thank fucking God, I'm not gonna like miss this thing. It's still there. Thank goodness. I want to go really bad. Their food looks really good and cute.
Are they like, is the food like cakes that look like Kirby, or is it just normal food?
You haven't seen the menu? Oh, Dan, you gotta look.
I saw the one for the Toad restaurant at Super Nintendo World, and that looks good.
Oh my God, they have so much. They have a hot dog. You might have seen this picture. They have a hot dog, and it's like, how can you Kirbify a hot dog? Well, they just made Kirby like a little like holder for the hot dog of porcelain or something, like a bowl, and they just made it of Kirby's big mouth. He's just fucking deep throating this hot dog, and it's so funny. Someone in the chat, find this Kirby hot dog.
I feel less likely that I would order a hot dog if that was the case.
I found it.
Personally.
I don't want that association. Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found it.
Oh boy.
I'm linking it. I'm linking it in the chat. There he is. Multiple angles of the hot dog.
Oh, whoa. You weren't kidding at all.
So this is Kirby with his mouth agape.
Yeah.
With all kinds of hot dog and salad fixins stuffed into his gullet, and it is disturbing.
Well, it's less disturbing that the hot dog still has a bun.
Yeah,
it's not just a slippery, meaty.
Yeah, that's what I like. A kielbasa in his mouth and nothing else is what I was thinking.
I'm mostly disturbed by all the shit they put on that hot dog. They're ruining that thing.
They put salad in that hot dog.
There's a cherry tomato in there.
Yeah.
No,
like
thank you.
Sliced, diced carrots and whatnot. Strange, but I would eat that.
I got little star-shaped tater tots.
Yeah. Nice.
Is that what that is? That looks like cheese.
No, that's
egg
sorry.
Cubes, there are tater tots around the cheese. Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, delicious. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I think
hungry.
it's an omelet. I don't know.
Yeah.
Go with the Kirby Cafe.
Oh, it could
Look
be
it
egg.
up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look it up. It's fucking adorable. I want to go.
Okay, well, I'm noting this down for myself here, Kirby.
Let's go. This is a business expense. You can eat soup out of Kirby's head.
My God. Well, thank you, caller. Thank you for that. I will pick the next one. Let's see. There's a lot to choose from. I'm getting excited. Piercing.mp3, please, Jan.
Hi, Dumpers. I just swung by the old marijuana shop, and the guy who helped me looked just like Jeff Baclar, but probably a little shorter, I'm guessing. But this guy had snake bites. So my question for you is, what piercing would you choose for the other crew members? All right, thanks. Bye.
What's the snake bite?
For each other.
For each other.
Is that like a barbell in your neck?
Snake bite is 2 lip piercings, like how Jess.
Yeah, one on each side. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not like the Disturbed singer guy, but right?
Yeah.
They're not the. It's not the lower lip ones. Like
It is.
this.
I think it is. I think it's these ones.
Oh, okay.
Pretty
Huh. Yeah, that looks like one. That looks like a snake bite. That makes sense.
Okay.
I wouldn't want anything in my mouth.
I could see you, Baclar, with some ear gauges.
Yeah, I had earrings.
Okay, then I'm not far off from the vibe.
Yeah, I had earrings.
Would you ever do an ear gauge? No.
What's that?
Would you do an ear gauge? I've always thought
I started.
I've always
but
been
then I
terrified
Yeah.
of the idea of it.
Yeah, it's I started doing it and it didn't get too. I stopped doing it. I was like, what am I doing? Yeah.
Chat says I should get all 3 of my nipples pierced.
Yes.
Or maybe just the third one, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, just the third one. Make it special.
Yeah.
More special.
Yeah, connect them with a chain.
Yes.
All 3 just
Yeah.
zigzag pattern.
What's the one with like the barbell that goes through your ear twice? What's that called?
Yeah, I don't know what that's called.
You get that for Dan on both sides.
I don't think I'm ever going to be a piercing or tattoo guy.
I can't-
I'm almost 40. I can't become one now, right?
I just can't imagine you with it because like you're not like stylish in that sort of piercing adjacent way. You know,
No.
it would be like
Wow,
if
how
like
dare she?
your dad got
No,
a,
she's
yeah,
right.
you know.
She's right. Yes.
Like if your dad got like an ear piercing or an eyebrow piercing, it'd be like, what are you doing?
I mean, it's
That'd
like
be
my dad
awesome.
starting smoking at 40. You know, it's not that far off, right?
It is.
Really?
It is.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? Uno, when you hear that, you're just like,
Never
Wow,
had a
that's a
cigarette and then
choice.
40 years
That's a
old.
choice.
Might as well.
That's a shame.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's accelerate the process.
I'm done.
Weezeman said the double ear one is called an industrial.
Oh.
Get Dan a set of industrials.
These guys.
And I-
Let's all get matching belly button ones. That's what I want.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. You can
I thi- I
hide it. You
think,
can showcase it.
Mhm. A lot of options.
Hmm.
I think Uno, because I don't know what your face looks like. I think a tongue
Yes.
piercing, because that's the only thing that would be normally
That
kind of
does
visible.
regularly show that's the only thing that sticks out of here. So
Yeah, right. So
Makes sense.
that's my answer for that.
That is a big thing on indie wrestling posters right now. Is a bunch of wrestlers going for their, we're
Oh,
like
yeah.
like that's
Yeah,
a big
yeah.
thing for them now. It's hot.
yeah,
now.
you gotta yell with your tongue out. That's how wrestling is.
Yep.
That's how it works.
Wow.
Nobody
Okay.
assigned me a piercing.
Oh, I went with general and said all of you should have the same one, but
What
if you
is there
want-
one
you
you
want
want, Jess?
specifics,
No, I don't even have I never got pierced at all, even my ears.
you should get the bull ring.
Yeah, that one.
Ooh.
Yeah, that one's pretty
I've,
cool.
I've
Septum, I think?
enjoyed that. I've like learned
Septum.
not learned, but I've gotten like septum. I think I've started to like enjoy that. I think that can look good on people.
I think piercings and tattoos are great. I've just was too much of a pansy to do it young,
Mhm.
and now I feel like I would be trying too hard if I did it now.
That's how I feel.
I think you get away with it.
I've entertained the thought of getting tattoos though, but my pain tolerance is fucking negative pain tolerance.
Yeah, they don't tickle.
Yeah, I can't really hide anymore if I cover my art with the same art at all times. So, yeah, that's why I decided not to do it.
Just tattoo the mask on. That's all.
Ooh, yes, my wife will love that.
What a great decision you've made.
Full size.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, very good. We're going to go to the chat for the next voicemail. Let's see what they pick. All right. Gas guy.
The gas guy.
Crew, this is Ed from Jersey. I hope Bacalar is there. Bacalar, I went on a trip today. I'm currently sitting in a car. I was helping my mother with some chores and stuff. I'm also from Jersey, as I said. She stopped to get gas, and she tipped the gas guy. In 38 years on this earth, I have never seen someone tip a gas. Was I supposed to tip gas people? Is that what we're supposed to do? Jeff, help?
I'm glad this caller called. Thank you for the voicemail. If you're a resident of the great state of New Jersey, this is probably the state's most controversial topic. And I'm glad we can talk about it on the voicemail dump truck. For years, no one knows the right thing to do. We've been lost. Do you tip the gas station attendant? Do you not? Do you stay in the car? What do you do? And there's never going to be an answer. Let's just put that out there. All we can do is talk about it, right? Here's my stance. Here's my take on tipping. For those of you who don't know, you cannot, it is illegal for drivers to pump their own gas in New Jersey. You are not supposed to do it. People do it. You're not supposed to do it. You'll get yelled at or whatever. I've never heard of anyone getting a ticket for it, but you're not supposed to do it. Chat goes, why? Why can't you do this? I don't know. I'm sure there's a Wikipedia entry out there.
I've heard it was to create jobs. That's what my mother has told me my whole life. I have asked, how come there's
That's what I've heard as well.
How come there's men at the gas station only in Jersey and there's no people at the gas station here in Staten Island? What's going on? She's like, it's a job growth thing to just make people have jobs.
In 1949, a statute was introduced barring self-service in New Jersey because the practice was rare and the justification for entrusting only gas station attendants to pump gas was safety.
I agree that I think it's wild that any old schmuck is allowed to pump their own gas. I also think it's wild that we're all operating crazy huge 2-ton vehicles as safely as most of us are.
Yeah, that's way more dangerous than pumping gas, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think other countries they just have gas attendants and that's just how it be in certain countries.
Yeah, but there aren't
I get it.
But there's not a whole lot of people dying pumping their own gas either.
I don't think so. No, I can tell you Canada has both. You have a service gas stations they have attendants, and then you have gas stations that have no attendants. Right. They're labeled differently, and you're not allowed to pump your own gas at a station that has a worker who does that job.
Right, like you choose the full service, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. I tip them, but that's also it's instilled in me from all my Canadianness that I have to give money to people. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if it's the right thing, and I don't even know if I'm supposed to be honest.
I've never even thought of it for some fucking reason, and now I feel like a big jerk.
No, because here's the take that I have supported for as long as I've been driving. I only will tip a gas station attendant if they do something above and beyond pumping my gas. If you
give me a foot massage,
no, much simpler than that. It's basically if they wash the windshield, and that's a thing that happens a good amount, especially in the winter when salt and all the dirt, all the road dirt gunks up on the windshield. You do that, my friend, you're getting a couple bucks. That's how that works with me. Any other time, regular guest, I'm sorry, this is just not a thing that people do, especially with credit cards now. Like, it's just, what are we doing?
It'd be nice if they pumped her gas in Kansas because my sister filled her car with diesel fuel once and broke her car.
Yep. Well,
those are typically labeled properly. I hope.
Yeah. I don't know if Kayla was looking at those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hun.
Yeah. Car just didn't drive anymore.
If you want, we could poll another New Jersey Staten Island person, and I could call my mom and ask her. If
she thought it was for job employment, which rendered out to be.
Well, I don't.
Not true.
Should I call my mom?
Text her, and we can find out.
Okay. You're going to miss out on her beautiful accent. Okay.
Yeah, we just don't want to unknowingly put anyone's parents on a program right now.
Dan does it.
I do it all. He's used to it.
He does it all the time.
I've been doing it for like 15 years.
Dan gets away with everything.
That's awesome. Sign guy Bubsy goes, moms can get text. That's pretty good. Pretty good. It's pretty good. All right, Uno, we're back around to you, my friend. Choose a voicemail.
Let's go with very simplistic and go with questions.
Hey, this is Ken from Queens, and I have some questions that Dan is too afraid to ask. Like, who invented the hammer? Why is number 1 P and number 2 poo?
That's a good question.
And why do girls have to wear dresses? You ever ask these questions to yourself?
Bullshit.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Whoa.
So what?
I mean, great.
Thought he was done.
Is he asking us these questions?
I'm pretty sure the hammer was independently invented all over Earth around ancient times.
Yeah, we got to hit a thing with the thing. Let's figure out.
Yeah.
It's probably was a bone at first. So
yeah. It's like in 2001, Space Odyssey. We'll figure it out.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's a documentary, right?
The number 1 and number 2, I'm actually curious to find out why. Because that's what is the scientific reasoning behind that?
One just happens more often.
Yeah.
So it's the one that comes
you just
to
needed
mind.
code for it, and I think 1 and 2 are just like, there's nothing salacious or filthy about just a couple of numbers, and I think it was just a nice code. And yeah, P happening the most. I think that'd be the first one you think of. That checks out.
Okay.
Think there was ever a 3?
That's
well, my grandpa used to say he's going number 3.
What did that mean?
It just meant he's doing both.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
Swamp water. Yeah.
That's puke.
Puke. I don't think like if you say you're going to take a number 1 or number 2, it's usually said in somewhat calm tones. I've never like calmly been like, I'm going to go puke. You know,
I'm gonna go puke.
It's always an emergency if I'm
Be right
puking.
back.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's weird, right? And no one does like. It's funny the places where you can get away with saying the number. You know, like it's just I don't know. Why did this start though? Why did this start?
So you don't like if you're at a nice place, you don't go like I'm gonna go take a dump. You know, you got like a nice code way to say it. You'd be like, I will. Shall I excuse myself to take a number 2? And you can be classy.
Dude, no one thinks saying no, I'm going number 2 is classy.
Is it or is it not less gross than saying I'm going to take a dump?
Dude, there's no way.
That doesn't mean it's classy.
It's classier by comparison.
Dude, what are you talking about?
Are you saying the number 2 is not classier than saying taking a dump?
How do you define
think they're close.
classy, Dan?
They're neck and neck.
They're not
for
close.
being shitty.
Dump gives you a visual. 2 is just like, I've seen numbers everywhere. It doesn't have to be about poop.
There's numbers on this menu.
Yeah, I got numbers on my phone.
You're just wrong on this. You are just empirically wrong.
They're not equals.
Meanwhile, Propaganda Panda is posting links and citing sources.
Oh, a bibliography.
Okay, we'll click on this link and we'll read. We'll read what we can just assume are informed people leaving comments and nothing else. I can attest that the convention existed in the 1950s. I suspect there may be some truth to the story about holding up fingers in a classroom, right? Mm-hmm. Which is like, Johnny.
Okay, like a quiet way to say that you had to take a dump.
Yeah, but it likely goes back to when number 2 would imply the need to access the outhouse, while number 1 could be accomplished utilizing the side of the firewood shed.
You know, the 1960s must have been very confusing to people if this is the case.
Right? Everyone walking around. Do you mean peace or do you have to shit?
Oh, everyone's shitting all the time.
Give shit a chance.
Richard Nixon just always had to shit.
I love that. Jess. He's like, I'm shitting
That's his
twice.
way out.
Yeah. I'm shitting in stereo.
I'm doing a double shit.
Give shit a chance is awesome. That's the best. Oh, Jess, that's amazing.
Thank
Holy
you.
shit.
Also, my mom reports simply no.
Just the word no?
She does not tip the gas station people. Yeah.
All right, good.
Okay.
And we learned moms can receive texts. We learned two things today.
She can.
Nice.
Yes. She's a very intelligent woman.
How many emojis were in the response?
None. Simply capital N, lowercase o.
And no love,
A
comma, mom.
plus. A
and
plus
like
plus
20
text.
spaces and then nothing.
No, she's amazing.
Wow.
Look
at that.
No.
Wow, incredible.
Just no.
Excellent job.
Highly advanced mom I've got.
We got a pro mom. Dan, you're up.
Yes.
Pick your last voicemail for the day.
Favorite cocktail?
Hey, dump ladies and dump gentlemen. This is Ben from New York. I just got off a training shift to be a bartender, and I'm walking home with a free umbrella that a customer left behind. Don't tell my boss. So I just want to ask, what's your favorite cocktail? I'm a vodka.
All right, he's a vodka.
He fell into a sewer hole.
All right, he's drunk. Yeah.
I hope he's
I'm on
okay.
the edge of my seat.
He likes vodka flat. All right.
Oh, what a cocktail! Just a bunch of McCormick's from the handle. I like going to, if I go to a restaurant and they pride themselves on cocktails, because you can tell when they have the special cocktail menu and stuff. It's like, okay, this isn't just a whiskey and Coke or whatever thing.
Yeah.
I like to just try everything. I like to get like one of each, pretty much. I mean, if I'm just
One
at
of
home,
each cocktail.
I mean, not if it's like a 30 cocktail thing, but like I basically will have one of each one until I'm not there anymore. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to do every one of them. I just, every time I order, it's a different cocktail basically, because I want to try everything.
Every time you
that's a better way to say it, I guess.
You're mixing.
Yeah. So I'll, in one sitting, I'll try like 4 or 5 different cocktails or something like that.
You drop $100 on cocktails.
I mean, if you're there for like a long dinner or something like that.
All right, good for you. Man.
Yeah, well, I like trying all of them. If I'm just at home, I typically will just drink like Scotch straight. But if I'm just trying to make a simple one myself, I'll just do like a Jack and Diet Coke or something like that.
Uno?
I mean, if I'm off to fine dine, then I will probably take whatever the waiter suggests. I'm not a very fussy person. I'll try whatever. I don't have a favorite cocktail, but if I'm going to just drink, then it's usually a double Jack and Coke, which I don't think is considered a cocktail, but
yeah,
it's a mixed drink. So
it's a mixed drink. It's a cocktail, I think.
It plays. Jess?
If I'm just at home, I'll just have like some sort of fruity vodka, like on the rocks. But if I'm out, I just want anything fruity and preferably vodka-ish. But I also like an old fashioned. Those are good.
Very good.
Uno, if you go to the place I was telling you about before the show in New York, with your chicken, if you get a tower of, it's not a cocktail. Well, maybe it is technically. It's a beer tower.
It's beer.
Well, yeah, but they make, there's also like in the center, there's like a thing of soju. And so it's like kind of like milky, like Korean liqueur or something that mixes with the beer. So when me and my Hardy would go there, we'd always kill one of those, and it's just like, oh man, those are fantastic.
Yeah. Well, let's just discount all the times I went with you. I wasn't there. I'm not in your life at all.
I don't have a lot of memories of you. You're not a very memorable person. My Hardy's just entertaining. He's standing on the table doing dances and stuff. You can't forget that guy.
Wow.
It's all tracks.
What a party.
Jan says he's a whiskey sour guy all day. I myself, I'm not a fancy cocktail person. I like a vodka martini, real dirty. This is real dirty. As dirty as possible.
Martini's I'm sorry I ask this every time, but is it martini or margarita that's the Bond thing?
Martini.
Is it?
Martini, okay.
I don't know, actually.
Okay. It's not just me.
On the rocks? Okay, wait.
Does Bond drink margaritas?
It's a martini. It's a martini.
It is a martini.
What is
Margarita's
not?
less
I
fancy.
guess, yeah. Okay. But he's probably not getting like a vodka martini. He's probably getting like the gin martini, right?
Yes, it's a gin martini, if I remember correctly.
I think a margarita company should like buy the rights to a Bond movie and have him be like a margarita guy.
Imagine he's just
I think it should be Heineken.
They did that. Wasn't it Heineken that had a fucking ad campaign back in the day where it's like the whole deal was like, oh, James Bond's abandoned his favorite drink and now he
he's
drinks
switching
Heineken.
over.
I think they did that.
That sounds like a thing that would happen in like the 2000s for sure.
Yeah, I think it was like maybe like Casino Royale or maybe late Brosnan time period. Yeah.
I think if Daniel Craig was in 2000, they'd have him drink Budweiser for sure. He'd be doing the What's Up commercials.
That's a good call.
The frogs. Yeah.
Oh, one of them's Daniel Craig.
Two frogs and Daniel Craig.
Oh, man. All right. Who's next? After Jess is me, right? Did you just go, Jess? Or no,
I didn't go.
All right,
I
you are
left
up.
the Discord call.
Yeah, you left, but you're back, and now you're back, and now you pick, please.
Look at me strangely.
Hey, Dumperinos. What are some things that you say that, come from something, but they've completely changed the way that you speak to people? So, for example, I play a lot of Rhythm Heaven, or I used to, Rhythm Heaven, the game, and whenever someone says "I suppose," I always go "I suppose." Hey, and they always look at me strangely, and I guess that's fair for them to look at me strangely. Strong Bad emails also. There's like a million different things in there that I say on a daily basis. That I probably shouldn't even go into. Someone else on this show probably knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, what you got? What are you saying? What are you watching that tells you what to say? Bye.
Okay. Thank you, caller. Thank you, caller.
I can't hear the phrase "with all due respect" without hearing it as Steve Austin during the Limp Bizkit My Way hype video for WrestleMania X7 package against The Rock, where he goes, "with all due respect." Like, that's the only way I can ever hear that.
Okay.
So I've watched that a lot of times.
All right. No one's looking at you strangely, though, because of that.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
I've definitely used way too many wrestling terms in common day.
Oh, yeah.
You
say kayfabe a lot?
Shoot, kayfabe.
Yep.
What a heel.
Mm-hmm.
Things that my core group of friends understand, but a common person thinks I may be a bit stupid. But I can't think of anything else. The only other thing that might affect my speech stuff would be Batman, and I can't really think anything that would be affected by it.
Yeah, you can get away with you can get away with some Batman vernacular that kind of just plays.
For sure. Yeah, it's more common, I think, than wrestling language at the very least.
Yeah, I mean, just knowing Dan Reichert, it's like, all right, I'm a mark. I get it. Cool. Oh, that's awesome.
Jabroni.
Yeah. Jabroni is transcended, though. Like,
it's a great word.
It's transcended.
It's very good.
For sure. For sure. What about you, Jess?
I hope I don't drop out in the middle of talking about this, but me and my semi-husband have two different ways of saying cool. One is "that's cool," and that was like taken from like some Peter Molyneux or David Cage thing. I'm not sure, but we just occasionally go "that's cool," and like don't realize we're doing it in mixed company where people have no idea why we're doing this stupid accent. And the other one is going like, "Wow. Cool."
Oh, the Owen Wilson?
No, it's actually
Sounds like him.
some pathetic poor creature of a YouTuber had a dummy, like a, I don't want to say who this person's name is. I don't want like any stalkers or anything for this poor person, but they had like a ventriloquist dummy and was trying to do a bit with them. And the ventriloquist dummy started talking about like really weird personal shit about like bodily function. Like he started telling the ventriloquist dummy these really personal weird things. And then the dummy, controlled by him, just goes, "Wow, cool." And it's like, why are you negging yourself? This is a person that was not aware that was actually really funny to do. So yeah, that's part of our situation. No one knows what's wrong.
On the subject of cool, I definitely do the cool from Hot Rod a whole lot.
Yep.
Or using like adding emphasis on the H on certain words from that movie as well. I think that those are probably the only one I could think of.
And also just the general, I've brought this up before, but Charles Martinet doing like, "it's a soupy. Hello, little soupy." We go into that. And if it's ever around normal people, we feel like fucking idiots.
Those are fun, though, especially if like they're little inside jokes with your friends. Bren in chat's like Rudy Poo Candy ass. Yeah, you can get away with saying that now. Like people are not gonna look at you weirdly.
Rudy
They're gonna be like, oh, you watched wrestling in the 90s. That's where that came from.
You're cool. I see.
Yeah, I don't think saying "scissor me daddy ass" is a thing that you can fucking say without getting some weird
No,
looks.
you could totally get away with that.
You
They're
think
selling
so?
foam fingers. You're gonna buy some foam fingers on Saturday, Backlar? We can buy the matching foam fingers and do it.
What? They have scissor fingers?
They have scissor fingers they sell now.
Yeah, you could scissor them together.
Okay.
If you do it backwards, they can't air it in Australia.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's true.
I think that's the country where that's the.
No, it's England. This is
England, Australia. Somebody. No, it's like this.
Oh, the upwards ones. Yeah, sorry. I don't know. I shouldn't have done it. Wait a second.
Censor that, Jan.
Yeah.
I'm just scrolling through chat here. If anyone has any other things, there's something I say a decent amount, and sometimes people get it. It's from Mrs. Doubtfire. It's at the end when Robin Williams is in the restaurant and he's like running back and forth, changing.
Yeah.
And he says something offhand to like act like, hey, the times are changing. He goes, hey, it's the 90s, like that. And I just sometimes will say that, obviously 30 years later, to talk about something that's like, oh, the times are changing.
Sure.
Like, hey, it's the 90s, people do what they want, that kind of thing. Some people get it. It's the thing all my friends do as well. That's fun. I don't know if I get weird looks over it. I think I get people saying, sir, you're 3 decades off. I don't know what to tell you.
I think I say a lot of stuff that like my grandpa said, and I get weird reactions because it sounds older than I am. Like "boy howdy" and "heavens to Betsy" and "what the Sam hell."
Dude,
and
the
like,
heavens to Betsy thing is unacceptably weird.
I assumed that was just the thing everyone says. Have you noticed me saying that, Backler?
Yeah, we made fun of you the last time you said it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, that's all from my grandpa, I think.
Yeah, we were
or like
just
you're
like,
taking a picture. You're taking a picture of someone. You're trying to get them to act like you're somebody. Like that's what you got to say.
Act like you're somebody.
Yeah, come on, smile. Act like you're somebody.
Act like you're somebody seems like it comes from a real bad place. Like, do you know what I mean?
What?
It just sounds bad. It sounds like it's got a lot of bad energy.
We all just laughed every time he said it.
I know.
Who's Betsy?
Yeah, who is Betsy? And what is she dead? Is that the heavens part? Like what?
Jiminy Cricket's another one. Jiminy Cricket.
You're like a 78-year-old man. I don't understand. I don't understand, dude. All right. Thank you, caller. That was a fun one. Man, I am not going to let this voicemail show end without listening to hallandoats.mp3.
Hi, Dumpers. This is Drew from Burbank. I've been stewing on this Hall & Oates thing for a while. So, this is for you, Jeff, and the Dumpers, and I hope you enjoy. You're a piss girl. Now your boy don't want it, but you gotta piss on him anyway. You can piss on your boyfriend's body. You can piss on your boyfriend's body. Yeah. Enjoy that, Dumpers. Bye-bye.
Did I miss something last week? What is...
Okay.
What's that?
What's this about your boyfriend's body?
Pissing on your boyfriend's body? Can I get some context?
Yes, you can. The song is called Rich Girl.
I know that. Backlar.
And our friend caller here decided to change out rich for piss.
We got like the piss Al Yankovic here.
Yeah, you're a piss girl is what.
I know. I understand. I'm just asking if there was an additional. Was he riffing on a joke from a previous episode? Because that was what I assumed.
You've been talking about urination.
So what? Okay, so what is weird about Hall & Oates? I have close friends who also like to change around the lyrics to Hall & Oates songs, and someone in chat reminded me, because you're pissed is on my list. Like that. There's that too. Like there's a lot of Hall & Oates songs that you could swap in piss.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And it works in a fun way. Was this their intention? I don't know. We can ask.
You should do that to the song "Last Piss."
Yeah, it's
held
weird.
her close, I piss her our last piss.
Piss from a rose.
It works.
Rose, yeah.
Yeah,
Piss
sure.
from a rose. Shit. I mean, Always be clothing. This piss. Yeah, it's. Look, piss is never not funny. Okay.
So piss me, harmonica.
Wow. Yeah, every 90s song was written with piss in mind. And then, Hall & Oates defined it a few generations earlier. And now the 90s was full of piss. Everyone knows that.
Hey, it's the 90s.
What's that?
Hey, it's the 90s.
Hey, it's the 90s. Piss is back. All right, chat had the last choice for this episode. We are going to be listening finally to ears.mp3.
Hey, how many ears does Sonic the Hedgehog have? 4. His left ear, his right ear, and his Sonic front ears.
That's so dumb.
Later.
We're mad, right? We're all mad at that?
That's so
one of my
sucks.
ribs. One of my ribs hurt just thinking about that. I don't know why. It made me so angry. Something dislodged in my chest.
We need to send out a unit to kidnap this person.
Get him on a list.
Wow.
A task force.
Jeez.
Wow. I just feel like someone did just walk up to us and just kick us in the crotch, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm in a bad mood now. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a terrible way to end this.
Can we do one more just because I got a bad taste in my mouth from that?
yeah, chat. One more because my God, who also did that? Can we ban this person who chose this one?
We
No, I'm
should.
Man, that is insane. What is next? No, we're not doing that. Vanity, thank you.
Hey, dumpers. What do you guys? This is Eric from New York. What do you guys think about vanity license plates? Personally, I think they're hilarious and stupid, and so much so that every time I see a really good one, I have to pull out my phone while I'm driving dangerously and take a picture. So I have a great collection on my phone of really stupid vanity license plates. The latest one that I got just said Puddin, Puddin. So I don't know what that means, but I thought that was really funny. But anyways, love you, dumpers. See you.
That was likely a Harley Quinn fan, I would assume.
Was there Joker
yeah.
shit on the back of their car collar?
Oh,
Think about it. Think
Probably.
There were two that I
I've
thought
seen
about. Good.
Oh, go ahead, please.
Oh, I was gonna say when I was a kid, before I had a car, but I was like a teenager and I was getting ready to. I had two planned. I was trying to decide between two, and I'm glad I didn't get either. One of them was ID4 because I really liked Independence Day, and I thought I'll get an ID4 license plate. And the other one was Y2J, and I didn't get either one of those.
Hey, ID4 would have been great. You'd try to pressure them with your car. I like that.
What about ID4 Y2J? Would that be a cool guy car license plate?
I'm
the coolest of guys.
Yeah, people would just think you
Both
just
of them.
won the lottery instead.
Yeah.
Yes.
You'd be like,
They
how
should-
do
they
I
should've
get to
been-
be more
There
like
should've
that
been
guy?
One license plate.
Yeah, I guess it would fit.
Together.
You got up to 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody would be.
Both.
I would have
Double
gotten so
cool.
many dates in high school if I would have just got my ID4 Y2J thing.
I recently saw one. I'm looking at the picture I took. It was rated M. It was R4 TED space M. Rated M.
That's a tough guy driving that car.
I've
An
seen
adult.
big head, but without the A in it. That was the most recent one I could think of.
Okay,
Not quite sure what they're going for.
Rocco's Modern Life fan over there, or what?
Yeah.
No, just that they love cheats in the late 90s.
It's
Video
90s,
game cheats in the
hey.
late 90s.
One weird
DK
thing-
mode.
Yeah.
A weird thing about Illinois is I think that there's like, I don't know, like less of a charge to make a custom license plate because I see them all the time. And I've talked about this before, I think, but when there is no money barrier to entry, you see not just a lot of them, but a ton that don't make any fucking sense because people will just get any old thing on the back. I feel like, there should be some sort of barrier to entry because that kind of weeds out people who aren't serious about making an entertaining and understandable license plate custom.
Yeah, it lowers the bar.
Yeah. They should be real expensive. They should be $5,000.
Wow.
I saw one that said
Damn.
face off once, and I was hoping it was about the movie, but I think that term also means other things except for that movie.
Someone in chat said they
Unfortunately, yeah.
saw one that just said memes, which is actually not the worst. I've heard of that.
It was Kojima.
It was Kojima. Badass. Oh boy, yeah, that's fun. All right, my friends, I think that is gonna do it. Mr. Evil Uno, I cannot thank you enough for being here today. What a pleasure.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
All right,
appreciate you inviting me.
Of course,
Great to see ya.
anytime,
You're always welcome.
anytime. Dan Reichert,
Always
pleasure.
Yes.
Jess O'Brien, thank you.
Love to dump. Live
Who
to
doesn't? Love to number 2. And thank you to Jan Ochoa for driving the truck while we could party in the back in all the trash. That's the best part. Hanging out in the back of the dump truck, ladies and gentlemen. 707 Exit Flu is the number. We will be back next week with an early show. We're going to be back next Wednesday. So be sure to tune into that one. And we will see you next time. Thanks so much. Have a great one. Bye-bye.